Pokemon Platinum, one of the most counterfeited items you'll ever see. What's up, YouTube? YugiohTube here with a different kind of video. I focus mainly on cards usually, but this one's going to be video games. And one of these games is real, one is fake. Can you tell? If not, this is what this video is for. If you enjoy this content, please consider going down to my eBay, linked down below. And again, here is my eBay and Instagram information. If you loved it, if you want to buy only authentic items, that's where you buy from me. I only sell authentic items all the time. Now, one is fake, one's real. Which one's fake, which one's real? Well, if you notice, you have two cases, okay? One of them's fake, one's real. Let's look at case number one. You can see a lot of shine, a lot of sparkle. It looks pretty nice, pretty rainbowy, right? Case number two, not much shine, not much sparkle, not much saturation. Ironically, this is the real one, the one with less shine. But then you're saying, this is too hard to tell, they look so similar. First, let's look at the cases. This is real, okay? If you were to zoom all the way in over here, next to the Pokemon logo, what do you see? A TM, okay? What do you see here next to the Pokemon logo? It's a space, it's a little faded space. Any TM there? No. This is fake. Also, if you look at the shine of this fake one, right? It actually looks cooler than the real one. The shine, okay, if you notice, there's a bunch of little, what appears to be little speckles throughout this entire thing, okay? Over here, you've got some speckles, right, like here, but they're almost like cracked ice, okay? They're not full circles. They're almost like little triangles, little squares, parallelograms. You got a little geometry here with the real ones. Okay, see, you notice they're not all uniform. They're not all the same looking. Whereas here, every little speck is circular and the same looking. This is fake. And also on the fake, this is great. You could actually see under lighting, this is heavy light here, you could see that the specks actually go all the way into the white section. See all these specks of light here? All these rainbow speckles? That goes into that section. Now, in terms of the cases themselves and what's on the case, this obviously is a North American game, English version. This here, if you look down below, it has French here. Now, are all of these types of cases fake with the French on them? No. The reason is that this was for US and Canada, and that's why the US and Canada release had French on it. Now, of course, 99.99999%, in my opinion, I can't say that with certainty, of fakes are the US-Canada version. So basically, if you were to see a game with this case, and you see that the French is here, and it's a US-Canada version, odds are you have a very high chance of hitting a fake copy. If you see this, I have yet to see a fake copy of Platinum that is of just the English variety. Now, Diamond and Pearl, a whole separate story. They are faked with this kind of English style. Platinum version, the large share of fakes with Platinums are of the US, Canada, French variety. Okay, so if you're buying one that's US and Canada, be very, very, very aware. It's kind of sus if a large majority of them have these cases. Now again, this is a totally fake game and a totally fake case. You could see it by no TM, by the specs leaking onto here. And then if you notice, it's kind of hard to tell here, but the back, it isn't quite as crisp and clear. It's not as sharp as the real case. Now, if you actually were to compare the two cases together, they're pretty darn close. If you look here, they're pretty darn close. Pretty amazing stuff, actually, how they were able to pull this off. And you could even see here, again, on the fake game, see those specs? They leak onto the white Pokemon Platinum version text. You see how all those specs are leaking onto this text here, where the real copy all of the Shatter foil, I like to call them, cracked ice looking things, do not leak onto the words. The fake ones, they all leak on. It's not a good job. It's actually, again, it's cooler, but they are fake. Alright, let's, without further ado, open them up and look inside. Alright, looks pretty darn convincing. When you open them both up, side by side, pretty darn convincing. You'll notice that the fake one, right, it's a little bit more faded than the real one. And it even comes with, like, these instruction and Wi-Fi books, which is really horrifying. Whereas the real one, you always have these other fun things that come in them. This is a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Typically, unless the faker is extremely smart, typically, if it has, like, a brochure like this in it, okay, then you're fine. If, for whatever reason, a fake game person wanted to go and buy this specific thing, slide it in the fake one, that seems a little extreme, but again, if you see this, it's a great sign. If you don't see it, just be warned. It doesn't mean that it's not authentic. If I took this out and I left this in, it's still an authentic game in case. But again, if you see this, it's kind of, think of it like an extra bonus. Alright, so that is in here, and again, you just have your normal manuals and whatnot. Okay, so the games. Alright, let's look at them. Oops, went flying. Alright, we have two games here. Let's actually close these things up. You have two games here. Let's see if we can focus in. Get a little bit more light. Okay. Two games here. Really, really hard to see. Okay. Oh, this is much better. Alright, two games. One's real, one's fake. Alright, well, the real one will have a transparent Nintendo logo. See the Nintendo logo behind the Nintendo logo? See how that red stripe and white stripe from this flash, right, goes through the logo? Over here, look at the logo. It's filled in with white, okay? It's opaque, which means no colors are going through it. So if it's white behind the Nintendo logo, it is fake. All of the real copies have a transparent behind the Nintendo logo. Very good information there. Now, some advanced fakes have transparent Nintendo logos. Now is where you have to look at the front of the game. Fake one. If you look, it's just not as bold. See the E symbol, the Ezurb symbol? They're just different. You can look at them and tell that they are different right away. See how they are different? This is almost like a thinner E logo. This is a little bit more bolded, the E logo, and a little bit darker than this one. It's almost like a bold E, and that's kind of like a normal E, if that makes any sense. So just keep that in mind as well. But other than that, they are pretty darn accurate, which is horrifying. And then on the back, they even copied the little stamp here on the back, CPUEN. They even copied that, which is really crazy. And I think when you actually look at the context, they copied, I believe they may have, yeah, copied the exact lettering here on the green context. So that's not a good way to tell either. The best way to tell when you're looking at the back is just look at the Nintendo logo and the patent pending font. Okay, the real one, again, it's bold. It's bold and a little more condensed, the NTR 005 patent pending. The fake one, it's thinner and more spread out. Thin and more spread out. The real is bold and more condensed. That is, in my opinion, by far the best way to tell when looking at the cards what's real and what's not real. And again, remember, there are advanced cards that look as good as this with the transparent Nintendo logo. So at that point, you're going to have to look at the back, and just by looking at those fonts and looking at the boldness of the font, you'll be able to tell right away if it's real or fake. I will have another video coming up eventually about SoulSilver, HeartGold, Black, White, all that other stuff. But long story short, with those games, with Black, White, HeartGold, SoulSilver, they're supposed to be dark black, and if you bring them up to the light, you should see red in the background. But a video for another time. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed Pokemon Platinum, one of the most counterfeited items you'll ever see. If you like this video, again, please give it a thumbs up and comment, share it, or check out my eBay down below. Thank you again. Until next time, YugiohTube, signing out.